everybody for joining me here today. I'm MARIT STILES. I'm the new leader of Ontario's official opposition, New Democratic Party, and this is the first media roundtable that I've done like this, so I'm very excited about it, and I'm really happy to be here with all of you, and I want to thank you for coming out on such a rainy day. For those who don't know, I'm the MPP for Davenport in downtown West End, Toronto, and I was previously a school board trustee. I've done lots of different things in my life, though. I've been a health policy researcher. I've worked in the arts and cultural industry, and I'm a mom.
Thank you very much for providing this opportunity to meet, and I lived my life here in Brampton for the last 30 years, and I have seen Brampton growing by leaps and bounds. By the time when I came, it was up to Bavard, but now it's gone far beyond that. There is a problem about Highway 413. Today is a very good day. It is 22nd Earth Day, and as we talked earlier, we are contributing a lot towards the pollution. This Highway 413 is, I believe, necessity in today's time. There are so many north-south bound highways if we go towards the east. Why there is a problem, and these are politicians, they think that Highway 413 is, they are not supporting the construction of Highway 413.
I know that there's some division around 413, certainly. I will wait and see whether this actually comes to fruition, right? I know the gridlock that's experienced here in Brampton in the Peel region. There's no question. I think my biggest concern is that the plan, I think once the 413 comes in, by the time it's done, there's going to need to be another one. Like, we have to get to some of the foundational issues of like how and where we're planning and building housing and transit. Because this is not going to end. This is going to continue unless we start to address some of those foundational issues. I also, for us, one of the other major concerns we had with the 413 was the sort of, I would say, sketchy, issues around who purchased and who had access to purchasing the land that's going to benefit from the 413 and the Ford Conservative government's constant connections from their donors and friends to these kinds of planning deals. I'm really concerned about it. We've seen it repeatedly, looking to push to make changes to things like the Members' Integrity Act so that we can tighten that kind of thing up. But I think there's some questions that have to be answered there. But at the end of the day, my concern is with the amount of development that is coming to Brampton. There's no question that by the time that's even finished, we're still going to have ongoing issues. So we need to start talking about both, the planning process and also how we're going to change things up and build more transit here too.
Once you said that very many things are coming up, so something else will come up. So Ontario and Canada, they want more immigrants, more people in. There are already 3 north-south highways connecting north to south. So as we are growing, there might be 10 more. But we as a Bramptonians, we need Highway 413 desperately. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I will just say, yeah, absolutely, I hear you, I understand. And we are seeing, a massive push for more immigration. I guess what I would say is just that when you talk about whether it's the 413 or the hospitals or whatever the plan was originally for a university, all of these things, what's missing in all of this, at the provincial level certainly, is an actual strategy for Brampton. How are we going to accommodate the growing population, the increase in traffic, in congestion? How are we going to deal with all of that and continue to build enough schools, hospitals? Even if they build the new hospital wing. It's still not going to address the population growth by the time that opens. So what I think is missing is an actual strategy that takes into account all of these factors. What I feel is that government after government have taken a bit of a slapdash approach to building and planning in Brampton, and people here are the ones that pay the price.
What is your stand, on your party's stand on Ontario Place, the way the government is talking about usage of Ontario Place?
Well, I mean, first of all, I would say Ontario Place does belong to Ontarians, and it's a gem, right? The potential is enormous in this space. It is also important green space, parkland, absolutely. But I don't think we're not really opposed to something happening there.